Hey, mighty men of God, Dr. Joe Martin here with Real Men Connect, where we help good men become great men God's way by helping them solve real problems giving them real solutions to real problems in the real world. Welcome to another Real Men Ride Along. But obviously, we're not riding, so that means we're in my house, in my kitchen today as I film this. And I wanted to ask you a question. I know you love God, but do you ever seek God and sometimes it feels like it's just another thing to do? Or how can I put it? You feel like you're just checking off another box on the Christian to-do list. I gotta pray, check. Gotta go to church, check. Gotta spend time with God, check. Gotta read my Bible, check. Have you ever felt like it's more of a routine rather than a relationship? That you feel like you're practicing religion instead of building a relationship? You know, you've often heard people say, especially in the church settings, that they say that we are, it's not about religion, it's about relationship. So the reason why I'm asking you this, because I get a lot of questions from men in our ministry, and they say, Joe, I hear you talk about quiet time, and you seem to be so excited about it, and you love doing quiet time. And man, I'm doing my quiet time, I'm meeting with God, but boy, it just feels like sometimes I'm just not feeling it. I'm just missing something. Something's not right. And it just feels like, okay, I get bored, I get tired, and I keep thinking, shouldn't it be better than this? Shouldn't I get excited like you get excited about meeting with God? And so they said, what do I need to do? What can I do to feel like it's actually a real relationship? And so when they say that, and that's why I'm shooting this video for you, I'm going to give you the short version of it because I spend quite a bit of time talking to men when we do our coaching sessions. But I'm going to give you a quick synopsis of it. Pretty much I tell them, when you feel like your relationship is stale with God, you got to ask yourself, what God are you worshiping? Let me see if I can put it a different way. My favorite athlete growing up as a kid was Magic Johnson. I mean, I loved the Los Angeles Lakers, loved him. And I had pictures of Magic Johnson in my room. Could you imagine if someone said, Joe, you have an opportunity to meet Magic Johnson. He wants to spend some time with you, as much time as you want to. And he just say, pick the time and the place and the date, and he will be there. And you can sit down with Magic Johnson and ask him anything you want to, anything you want. And he's going to listen to you. He's going to talk to you. You can ask him questions. He's going to respond to you. He said, how would that make you feel? And I said, man, if you asked me, I said, man, I'll be super excited. Now, could you imagine if we put that date down on the calendar, the time, the date, and the place? First of all, do you think I will be late? No. So I will be on time. Do you think I will be prepared when I meet Magic Johnson with my questions in hand? Absolutely. Do you think I could be able to sleep the night before? Probably not, because I'd be super excited, got butterflies. I couldn't wait. More than likely, I'd probably tell other people that, man, I'm going to meet Magic Johnson tomorrow. Well, I'm hoping that you can understand where I'm going with this. When people say they struggle with spending time with God and they say it feels so routine, you cannot be worshiping the same God that I know. Because Magic Johnson is just a basketball player, a retired basketball player now. He's just a business owner. We're talking about God, the maker and the creator of the universe. And God is saying, I want to meet with you. You make the time and the place and the date, and I will be there. And you can ask me anything you want, and I'm going to give you an honest response to it. I want to commune with you. I want to communicate with you. I want to get to know you, and I want you to get to know me. And we don't have to even put a time limit on it. How can I not get excited about meeting with the maker and creator of the universe unless I don't believe who he says he is? See, when people tell me that they're lacking that I don't have that feeling, it's not about a feeling. It's a knowing. If I understand who God is, not the God who we just read about, but the God who's been with me from the beginning. When I grew up in one of the toughest projects in Miami, when he helped me even in spite of having a teenage mother as a mom who struggled with depression and alcoholism. The same God who was with me when my dad left when I was 2 years old. The same God that helped me survive being sexually abused as a child for 3 years. The same father who provided when I didn't have anything to eat and it was just me and my sister, and she used to have to steal food from her fast food job just so we could eat. The same God who, when I wanted to take my own life because I was so depressed, put his hand on me and said, no, not now. And I didn't know why I didn't go through with it. The same God that helped me survive my sins after I sinned against him. The same God who was there after I destroyed my marriage. The same God who resurrected me and redeemed me to use me to create a ministry that reaches men all over the world. That God you're talking about? I think I get a little bit excited when I get to sit down in his presence and ask him anything that I want. So I challenge men, if you're talking about this becoming routine because you're not treating it like a real relationship, you're not talking about the same God I'm talking about. Because the same God I'm talking about is sovereign. The same God I'm talking about is powerful. The same God I'm talking about is omniscient. He's everywhere all at the same time. The same God I'm talking about loves me and cares for me and reaches out to me even in my darkest hour. I'm sorry, but I gotta get excited about sitting down in front of him. And I gotta get excited when I ask him anything, that he always responds with a loving answer that doesn't condemn me, doesn't try to control me, but encourages me and inspires me and gives me hope to keep moving and to keep going. That's the God that you're meeting with in the morning. So if you're struggling with, quote, a feeling, that means you must have forgotten the facts of who he is, because that's the God that you're serving. So my quick answer to you is, if you want to build a true, authentic, intimate relationship with God, treat it like a real relationship. A real relationship requires time. It requires time, but you put time commitment into it, as well as consistency and commitment and communication. It's not about a monologue. It's about a dialogue. So I'm hoping that this helps you a little bit as you look and dig into why is it becoming just a routine and why it isn't becoming a relationship. And if this video has blessed you, please share with another brother who may be struggling with the same thing that you're struggling with. Remember, we're males by birth, but we are men by choice. So each and every day, choose to be the man that God called and created you to be, because a male is a terrible thing to waste. So stay strong, stay blessed, and as always, stay in God's grip, and I'll talk to you soon.